Hi. Hi. Am I all in? This thing is really great to just be able to use the thing. I am into it. Hello. Good evening. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2019 Webby Awards. Please give yourselves a very big hand. You've made it here. If you're in this room, you're either a Webby Award winner or you're rich. Both are wonderful markers of success. I'm rich. That person's rich. My name is Jenny Slate. Hello, hi, hello, hi. I'm your host for tonight. In case you don't know who I am and you're looking at me and wondering what bat mitzvah you've stumbled into, what adult hag has finally decided to become a Jewish woman. I'm Jenny Slate. I am a human woman from planet Earth, which is where we are all right now. A little bit about me, I'm 30 years old. I weigh 100 and doodads pounds because I'm an actress in Hollywood, and that's a place where everybody wants all of the adult women to have the physique of Timothée Chalamet from Call Me By Your Name, just as slender as a newly unfurled fiddlehead fern. But my tits won't quit. That's not on the script. Okay, but I'm gonna keep it moving. But I've got the mic, so really anything could happen. I'm gonna do my whole Haftorah portion. My main job is to keep things moving at a nice clip, not just because that is what is best for our group this evening so that we can all just get your awards and go to the party, but because, as I said, I am 30 years old and apparently I need 90 hours of sleep a night now. If I don't get that, my bed turns into a sarcophagus, and then I get too scared to sleep in it, and then I get really tired, and then I do pass away. So it's not a threat, but I don't think you want my blood on your hands this evening. So I'm just gonna keep it going. TikTok. I'm already up past 7:30, and my pussy has turned into a music box that's playing a super slow waltz. So when I hear the noise, that's like when it's time to go to bed. I know that the iPhone also has an app that's like bam, bam, and tells you to go to sleep, but I just use my pussy. How many times do you guys think I could say pussy tonight? I am so sorry already. They gave me a little bit of info about the Webbies. They told me that the first Webby Awards were in 1996, which, of course, I know deep in my spirit is the year that the movie Jerry Maguire came out. Show me the Webby! Get it? I'm so sorry. Good night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am sorry. I guess it's good to be honest with you guys about like who your shaman for this evening is. I have melted my brain by pot. My brain is melted by pot. Spent the last 20 years just ripping bongs super hard. Also ruined it by pods. Ate a lot of Tide Pods. Just a lot of actresses are sort of like, handful of almonds and out the door, but I just slammed a bunch of pods. They're really cleaning out my brighty whites right now. So yeah, my brain is melted by pot. I should just admit that. I first smoked pot in Y2K. I don't know if you guys remember Y2K, but nothing happened. All of the dads got really stressed out. They thought that the computer was gonna make it 0 o'clock outside at the stroke of midnight. I don't know. I wish they had worried more about patriarchy. It's an older problem. Yeah. Come on, Daddy. Yeah, I smoked pot in Y2K, took one hit, and was like, "You are everything to me this evening and forever," and then like passed out and woke up in my early 30s covered in potato chips. Ruined my brain. What I'm working with inside of this rotten dome, my rotten pumpkin head, is like, I know the brain is supposed to have like mass and volume, but mine is more like it's like the shape of a crepe. It's like a big flat circle, like loosely, poorly rolled, not by a French chef, but like someone from like Crepe Hut in an airport. And inside of the crepe, instead of like whatever the zippers and zappers and neurons are and blood and stuff that's supposed to be in there, is just like one naked wiggling worm that's like getting really tired and is like, I don't think I can think any more thoughts. I like to imagine the inside of my brain. This is kind of a deep cut, but maybe some of you will get it. Like the bathhouse in Spirited Away. Anyone? Oh, really? Well, it's not on tonight's plan, but does anybody want to hear my Miyazaki character impression? Okay, cool. You can close your eyes. It's just about the voice. I know I don't look like a small Asian child yet. Working on it. Okay. Here we go. This is my impression. The control room is truly going crazy right now. They're like, she took the mic! Okay, here it is. You can choose to look at me or not. It doesn't matter. Wait, come back! Come back! I'm sorry! Stop eating! Yeah. If you get it, you get it. If you get it, you get it. But either way, the way I imagine the inside of my mind is that like when I have to think a thought, a token pops down in front of my scared wiggling worm that's inside of the crepe. And it says like modern art or something. And then my worm's like, oh my God, we're fucked. And then outside in life, my woman's face is like, Jackson Pollock put jizz on his paintings. Jackson Pollock starring Ed Harris in the 90s put jizz. And then someone's like, get out of the Guggenheim. And then I'm like, Guggenheim? I thought this was the aquarium. I'm a natural fit for tonight's event because I'm terrified of computers and the internet, and I refuse to engage with them in any normal way. I also feel that way about horses. Sometimes my laptop doesn't work, and so I just put it in the sink, and then I fill the sink with water, and I leave it there overnight. When I'm uncomfortable with something, I just treat it like a frozen steak and move on. And not to brag, I don't want to stand up here and brag, but I do own a printer. Thank you so much, I do. But before I go to bed at night, I put a blanket over the light up part, and I unplug its tail from the wall because I don't want it to come into my room and have sex with me. Because I like it. I don't like it. I do use the internet a lot. I do. I use it. I wish the Webbies would recognize more of the categories that I'm into. For example, why isn't there a best site for browsing through hundreds of turtlenecks after 4 glasses of red wine award? I think somebody should look into that. I don't mean to critique the event while it's occurring, but I think somebody should look into that. What about like best Peter Pan fail that made me laugh so hard that I sneezed up Doritos? You should look those up if you haven't checked them out on the internet. Peter Pan fails are my favorite thing on the internet, and they're really all about somebody backstage yanking the wrong cord and then one of the children getting ripped out of their beds. It's legitimately so funny. Just like Wendy, Michael, or John pretending to sleep in a local production and just being like, ah! And there's like one where Wendy tries to stay in character after being like truly ripped and then like gets set down awkwardly and is like, ah. Anyway, just watch it yourself. The Anne Frank House is getting a Webby tonight for Best Cultural Institution website. Everyone's getting so nervous. They're like, what is she about to say? When I was younger, I looked exactly like Anne Frank, and I was super stuck up about it. Now I just look like every Jewish person or concept that has ever been invented. From Bagel Fest 97 to Fievel Goes West, it's just all a little bit of this. I'm also really psyched that NASA is being recognized tonight for its greatest achievement. NASA's greatest achievement, which is, of course, its social media presence. Let's forget about the fact that we boinked ourselves to the actual moon, or we made a movie with Tom Hanks in it about how they almost got there. We're talking about social media presence. That's their best thing that they did. Do you guys remember when JFK was like, we choose to post funny memes on Twitter, not because it is easy, but because it is hard? Oh, Space Force for life, though. Okay, here's a joke that my dad wrote, because both of my parents were like, where are you going? And I was like, I can't explain this to you. But they threw their hats in the ring. Here's a new bit from my dad. When I was a kid, Fortnite was when you had a sleepover and made a tent out of couch cushions. Give it up for Ron Slate, everybody! Thank you, Dad. And just to keep things even and add my mother's voice, when I mentioned that I was coming here, she just said, I like to boot up the computer. What is Webby's? I'm a child of the 80s. I was exposed to computers at a very young age. They were new then, sort of. My dad worked for a computer company called Wang Computers. That was the real name of a company. And he used to wear a t-shirt that I guess he got for free at Wang, and it said Wang on it. And it was like long, but not that long, like just long enough. And he wore it every night, and it became so thin that it was almost see-through. So definitely intense amount of exposure there in terms of computers. And it's really confusing to have a computer company called Wang, and then also have your dad wearing a transparent nightshirt emblazoned with the word Wang that just sort of loiters above the shadowy private area that you can like see stuff about a little bit. You guys are all here, most of you, except for the random rich people, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand. You're here because you've won something, and I think that is wonderful. I just want to say you're not the only winners here tonight. I've also won many awards in my lifetime. They're all for speech and debate in middle school and high school. Yeah. I was an aggressive speech team person. Would not talk to any of the other children, and liked to kick their asses while performing plays for only 10 minutes at a time and doing all of the characters, which is also an activity that you do when you're a dork and you have no friends. My parents, who are very nice, are named Nancy and Ron, and you know, they're a potter and a poet. That's what they chose for jobs when they chose jobs. They chose those jobs. Which is cool. And sometimes I mention that and people think that I'm trying to say like, ooh, I'm interesting. I'm from like, you know, an artistic background. And I'm not trying to say that I'm a weirdo, because I truly don't think that I am, but I also think that true weirdos are so precious because they don't know that they're weird. They just like have no idea. Like a true weirdo walks into Starbucks and is just like, is this Starbucks, the famous coffee restaurant? They just don't know. And so I'm not trying to say that I am a weirdo, but I will say that I was the only child in my school whose clothes were exclusively bartered for at traveling crafts fairs. And that I didn't have a lot of friends in middle school, but I saw this denim cape at the crafts fair and was like, this will change everything, and like begged my parents. Like most kids were like, please give us Nintendo. And I was like, this cape! And I begged my mom for this cape, and she traded one of her ceramics, and I went into the school, the place, which was not a comfortable environment for me, wearing this denim cape and was like, hey everybody. Don't you hate it when the piece that you're creating on your family loom is too small to be a doormat to the family dwelling hall, yet too large to be the placemat at the family feast table? And then I'd be like, and trip on the cape and fall down all the stairs in the school and land on the floor. And then some girl from the field hockey team would come up to me and be like, oh my God, that boy Jamie just fell. So tonight, we are all that boy Jamie, who I guess is a 37-year-old woman named Jenny. Tonight, we are all me. And I will seriously throw a huge fit if I don't win all of your prizes that you already won. No, sorry. Tonight, I am you. You are me. You're like, no, I'm not. I'm me. My name is Laura. I work at NASA. You're a clown who's here to give me the prize that I won for being good at both computers and outer space. Fair enough, Laura. Fair enough. Let's get this party started. Okay. And let's all just try not to fall down on the stage. That's not a rule, though. You can fall if you need to, and I won't make fun of you. And I won't make fun of anyone here tonight. I think it's really, really exciting to be gathered here to celebrate an actually positive evening. So there's just one rule, and that is that your acceptance speeches are 5 words only. I'm not strict, but I'll slap your face if you get it. No, I won't. Okay, let's give out some awards. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. Please welcome our first presenter of the night from The Daily Show with Trevor Noah and the upcoming Desi Lydic Abroad, premiering tonight. It's Desi Lydic.